Developments today in the case of the Florida newlywed who police say tried to hire a hitman to kill her husband. The husband now reveals his wife of 6 months had a lover who told the cops about the murder plot. That's new today, new to me. In fact, that's new from just reading it right there. Here's how it went down. The hitman says, the hitman she tried to hire was actually an undercover police officer, conveniently. The police staged a crime scene and went to tell the woman the husband was dead, even though he was safe at the police station. And her reaction caught on tape. Here, listen to this again.
Detective Yopi, I need you to take me to the station. I can't. Go with me, detective. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go.
They say there was all that wailing but no tears, not a drop. The cops eventually arrested her, charged her with solicitation to commit first-degree murder. She's right now under house arrest at her mother's house. But now, according to a lawsuit filed by her husband, we're learning that the wife told her lover about this elaborate plot on the same day that the husband signed over ownership of the couple's townhome. But the twists don't end there. Joining us now is Frank Ranzi. He's the Boynton Beach police sergeant who you saw on that tape there telling the woman that her husband was dead. Sergeant, good to see you. Thank you, or hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, how you doing, Shepard?
I'm all right. There's more to this thing now. What can you tell us?
What specifically are you speaking of?
Well, I know that I wasn't aware of this lover yesterday. That's new information to us, and I guess she had been telling the lover things, yes?
Well, the new information you're receiving now, we can't confirm at this end at this time. Whether or not that's true, you're hearing it just like we are for the first time.
All right. Tell me what this meeting. We're showing pictures of you holding her in what I guess amounts to a bit of an act. I suppose it's for a jury later so they can establish whatever her mental state was. But tell us what this meeting was like.
Well, we set this crime scene up, the staged crime scene, in order to conclude this investigation, in order to show the jury, as you said, her criminal intent to follow through with her plan from start to finish, from the time she involved a confidential source to find her a hitman, to the moment she met the actual hitman, who was our undercover officer, to her leaving the house as planned in order to have her husband killed, which was that morning. So I notified her at the LA Fitness where she was working out that she needed to come back to the residence as an incident had occurred at her home involving her husband. She rushed home, and what you see there on the video is when she approaches me, I'm explaining to her that her husband has been shot and that a black male has been seen fleeing the area. The reason we use a black male is because that happened to be the race of the undercover officer she met and hired. So I wanted her to believe clearly that it was the man she hired that took care of this business. And I barely finished the word killed. It was still at the top of my tongue where she burst into that immediate no wailing you see. And I'm looking at her eyes directly, and there's no question in my mind that it was rehearsed. And she was like hanging on my word, waiting for the timing of the word killed to break into what you see on the video. And there wasn't a single tear for that entire duration, all the way to the police station and even after.
How long between the time that you told her husband was dead and the time that you guys told her that you were on to what she had done?
There was probably about a 90-minute window, because after you see this video here, she's transported to our police department where she's then interviewed and asked, obviously, questions related to who might her husband's enemies be, etc. And then at some point in time during the interview, it changes over where she gets confronted with the undercover officer who is now there, and she realizes things aren't as she thought they were.
And I'm guessing her attitude changed quite dramatically.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I could tell you I could say was authentically shocked was when she saw her husband's face.
Sergeant Frank Ranzi from the Boynton Beach Police Department, the sergeant who was making the notification there. Sergeant, it's good of you to talk to us. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. Thanks, Shep.
All right. The target of this suspected murder for hire plot, the husband. And now he says he's in a state of shock over the entire thing. With us now is Jason Brody, the family's law attorney, who's representing the husband in this case. You guys have filed a suit or have entered paperwork, which is where I got this information about the lover, right?
There's two suits been filed. One is a circuit case with regards to the deeds that you're referring to with the lover in that document, and there's also been a dissolution of marriage action filed, both of them filed in Palm Beach County.
And the allegation, well, sadly I have to hit a quick commercial break because we're not finished. I want to take the break and then come back with you. What can be done now after this apparent murder for hire plot? That's our continuing coverage in just 2 minutes. Back with us once again to discuss continuing this discussion of the murder for hire plot in Florida. Jason Brody is again with us, the family law attorney who's representing the husband in this case. The allegation is, sir, that there was another man and that she had told the other man that she wanted to kill the husband. Why? Why she wanted him dead?
We're learning all this in the last... We don't know, and that's what we need to find out. There's a lot of unanswered questions in this case. My client's been in a state of shock. He has no idea. He had no idea about any man before this. He had obviously had no idea his wife was plotting to kill him. And now we're just trying to piece all the puzzles together to figure it out.
What do your suits seek to accomplish?
Well, one is there was a deed that he owned the property prior to their marriage, and he quitclaimed it over to her as joint tenants by the entities during their marriage. One of them is to rescission to give the deeds back to him in his sole name. The other one is obviously a petition for dissolution, which encompasses that case as well, because obviously the house is a part of the marital estate and have to decide how it should be apportioned between the parties.
Sadly, I'm almost out of time, but quickly, have they had any contact, the husband and wife here, since the incident?
Since this time?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they probably won't. What a weird, weird story. Counselor, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Frank, wow. We'll stay on this story. Jason Brody live.
Thank you.